Let's talk about what the real valuation we think it should be for Sheffield Wednesday Football Club. And let's take out blue and white tinted glasses off and let's be quite honest about it. Hello and welcome to this video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when video go live. I hope everyone is doing well. Everything is all up in the air at the minute. It's such a pain in the backside with everything that's going on and how it's all going. Before we also get into it, I was on the Good Enough Chats podcast and YouTube channel. Dan was on the show on Monday. We had a really good chat, but I will leave a link in the description below. But here is the Good Enough Chats YouTube channel. Go find it. There'll be a link in the description with a pinned comment. Go give it a watch. Quite an open discussion that I had for me personally, and one that I'm probably I've opened up the most I'll probably open up online in a while. So yeah. So Chansiri is in a bind. He doesn't have the cash now, 6 days on, still to pay players or staff. We're getting to the point where it's getting close to a week as some of the people having no payment whatsoever. So that's a week of no bill paid. That's a week of people turning around saying you might default on your payments. That's going to hit people credit scores. It can stop them down the line on certain things they want to do in the future, which is not good. So we all want a takeover to happen at some point, right? That is the end goal here. A takeover is what is needed because the man don't have the money. What is your realistic valuation of Sheffield Wednesday Football Club? For me, it's anywhere between 50 and 60 million. That's me personally. Just in the state it's in at the minute, how much work it needs. But our biggest problem is, because we don't own the stadium, that's about what a stadium will cost for it as well. And because the stadium is that, you can kind of see why he wants a little bit more. But if you're going to do a deal, it's going to have to be a deal where everything's thrown in. The stadium, the club, the lot. Now, I've seen some people talk about administration as a rumour, saying that admin's going to happen. I get that, I understand that, but I'll be honest with you. I don't know how much that can happen because DC is the only creditor. And all the debts in DC's name, not the club's. Which, in hindsight, when he first started doing it, seems like a good idea until you get to this point where he runs out of money. And that's where you had the issue. There's been so much stuff that you could talk about and you could go on about. But right now, the blatant thing is, and the simple facts of it all is that we are currently in a position where we don't have any bargaining chip for him. There's nothing he can do in terms of it. Like people saying boycott game, boycott merch. If you do that, you're then going into another aspect where people don't get paid again. Because this has shown that we are a club that relies heavily on season tickets being sold, merch being sold, and tickets, match day gate receipts. If we had matches, we probably wouldn't have been as bad, potentially. You might have been able to take money out of that and go, there you go, here's that. The problem you've got with everything that's going on now is that it's not going to get any easier. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And we need some good news. There was a tweet today from the club's Twitter. It was an ad for Carabao flavours and the energy drink. It got deleted quite quickly. Now, this was a tweet that looked like it was a scheduled tweet to go up because every other EFL club seemed to have done the same tweet around the same time. So it's a scheduled tweet, and somebody at Wednesday said, no, we're not doing that. Get rid of that. We're not tweeting anything. We're not doing a sponsorship for something. kind of thing, because they'll have the situation where it just doesn't look right. With everything that's going on, it just does not look right at all. And I get that. I understand that. My biggest problem going forward right now is I don't know where things go next. Everything is a mess. The biggest thing we need right now is Wednesday sold. Let's have that as number one point of call. Sheffield Wednesday Football Club needs to be sold. First thing. But it needs to be done. It needs to be done by regulation. It needs to be done in the way that people can figure it out. We've got a lot of things that need doing before that happens. And a deal needs to be agreed. Everything needs to go on the head and go from there. Now, he got an EFL charge to do, as is the club. I think it's a bit wrong for the club to be involved in the charge, because the club had technically not done anything, but because he's the owner, it connected, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. I get it. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. When we go into what happens next, as a fan base, we cannot have him fighting now. It's the one thing I don't think we can do. We have to be strong. All of us. All of us need to be going in the same way. I don't think there are many people now supporting this ownership at all. If there is, it's very much a small minority now. It's gone from being the majority being in favour of DC to going the other way. I hope something can get done sooner than later, because right now we are in the position where we could be a situation where lights go off at Sheffield Wednesday Football Club and there's then no one else to take over.